Seeking English S.A.T. Workbook, page 428, problem 3. It is a little bit unusual that I and your algebra teacher probably completely agree about how to attack problems on the S.A.T. because we are teaching different things. Your algebra teacher is teaching you how to solve problems. I'm teaching you how to eliminate bad answers. So on rare occasions where I suspect we agree on what to do, you should take note of that. It's probably a good idea to figure out how to do it. Okay, here, this problem is great to demonstrate the importance of establishing the right habits so that you can quickly and automatically attack problems that have known modes of approach. In this case, you could plug in the answers. I don't suggest that you do that. One reason is the easiest things to eliminate would be the 2 or the 3, but they would only each allow you to eliminate 2 answers. You would only be half done. If you plug in the -3, it only eliminates 1 answer, -2. It's a lot of work to plug things in here. So contrary to what I often tell you about other problems, in this case, don't do that. Is it a special skill to distinguish what problems you should plug in and which ones you should not? It is a special skill, but it can be developed either consciously or unconsciously over a period of time. I can give you the conscious tips. The conscious tips here are whatever you plug in is not going to quickly eliminate enough answers to justify plugging it in. The fast way is perhaps contrary to my intuition, but if you simply look at it for a minute, you should realize, yeah, just going through the correct algebra class procedure is the best way to handle this problem. So that they've given you k equals 7, and as always, it's my understanding they probably just did that to fine-tune the problem statistically, just to make it a tiny bit more difficult. Okay, so 7 goes in there, and this is almost take 1. So let's see what happens when Josh tries to do this directly, early in the morning. What you don't want is the square root in this thing over here. It's much better to square them out. Really? Yes. So that becomes 3x plus 7, and that becomes x squared plus 2x plus 1. Can you see that? You can see that. Okay. Now you've got stuff here that could be moved over here to produce a 0. So I'm going to suggest that you do that. If you subtract 3x, you get minus x, and you get minus 6. Minus 6. And from there, you have a quadratic, so you probably have 2 solutions. I'm not going to cross these out yet, but mentally you can probably start crossing them out. And if you draw this a million times, okay, what's the key to drawing it a million times? Well, draw the whole thing out every single time you practice doing this. Whether you actually do that on the test or not is up to you. But you will make fewer errors if you get accustomed to doing this automatically. So I suggest that rather than skipping pieces of it, while you're doing your practice, at least do it this way. Or another approach is first do it like this and then redo the problem while skipping things if you dare. Although I never did that, and I think it explains why I didn't make more mistakes when I was in school. Okay. From there, I always put in A first. A is 1. It's gone. I always put in C second, and you may dispute me on that, but I'm confessing to you that's what I do. Minus 6 goes in there, and because it's already there, I'm just going to flatten it out right away. Plus 24. Okay. I put in B last because it's complicated, and you need to be able to focus on it without thinking about the next thing. It's usually complicated. So if you put in the outer terms first, you're able to more focus on getting this correct, which could easily go wrong otherwise. That is a minus 1. That becomes 1. This is a minus 1. Becomes 1. Okay, from there, 1 plus 24 becomes 25. Okay, square root of 25 is 5. And you're not going to break the 5 in half. What you're going to do is you're going to produce these 2 solutions like this. It's going to be 6 over 2. Okay, and minus 4 over 2, which are both reducible. It becomes 3, and that becomes minus 2. So you have 3 and minus 2 is your correct answer. And on this rare occasion, I think if you check with your algebra teacher, he or she will tell you basically the same thing. Thank you.